You're listening to The David Knight Show.
Welcome back. I just told you about the situation in Georgia. We had a legal immigrant from China saying, I teach my kids about the costs of illegal immigration, how it is not sustainable, how if you reward that, you're going to get more of it. That's a basic economic principle. I don't know if the guy's an economics professor, but that's basic economics. You subsidize something, you're going to get more of it. You subsidize illegal immigration, you're going to get more of it. And we are paying, President Trump has said, these governments in Guatemala and El Salvador are paying people to come here. No, President Trump, you are paying people to come here by allowing federal benefits to be given to illegal aliens, foreign citizens, criminally trespassing here. And we're giving them a lot more money than the Guatemalan or El Salvadoran government can afford to give them. But as you had that guy speaking truth and talking about it, you had a Georgia state representative saying, we got to get this guy out of this Georgia university, calling for his censorship. That's the state of the political parties right now, especially the Democrat Party. And as Governor Abbott has signed a sweeping new law protecting free speech on college campuses here in Texas, he said some colleges are banning free speech on college campus. Well, no more. Because I am about to sign a law that protects free speech on college campuses in Texas. I shouldn't have to do it. The First Amendment guarantees it. Now it's a law in Texas. No, he does need to do it. Because quite frankly, if you understand the Constitution is prohibitions on the federal government doing things, right? We take those as guiding principles, and I'm glad that they do. But the federal government, Congress specifically, shall pass no law. And yet the purpose of government is to protect our God-given rights. You understand, we have the Declaration of Independence. They said, look, we have our rights from God, and we establish governments to protect those rights. Many times the government becomes destructive of those rights itself. And in that particular case, we have the right and the duty to alter or to abolish that government. And so they're very concerned when they delegated some limited powers to the federal government. They were careful to delineate even more carefully and to limit their powers in certain areas. Specifically, the first thing, free speech, the free exercise of religion, the ability to petition your government to assemble in public, all these different aspects of the First Amendment. But those are prohibitions against Congress making a law. The states have a lot of power that they've reserved. And I'm assuming theoretically, states, if you were going to put up with it, they could limit your speech. That's my understanding of the way the Constitution is set up. It's a limitation on what the federal government can do, not on the states. The states don't have any limitations on what they can do, except for what they have delegated to the central government, which is basically common defense and defending our borders, which the federal government refuses to do. They refuse to defend this country, the federal government. That's its primary task. And it absolutely, adamantly refuses to do it. Even our endless wars abroad are not defense of this country. They are putting us at increased risk. And they adamantly refuse to protect our border. President Trump will send 10,000 troops to go monitor Iran. He won't send troops to protect our border, monitor our border. He's got a few of them down there. They're painting fences. It's ridiculous. What a joke. What a joke. You don't even pretend to do anything about it. And so I think that the way to do this is, like I said, before the Supreme Court said, yes, states can collect taxes from individuals who don't have a presence in their state, physical presence in their state, but they're selling stuff online. Prior to that, Texas and many other states were already saying, and they did it through Amazon, for example, we're going to penalize Amazon, and we're going to make you the point of collection for this. So we have just the opposite right now. They put pressure on Amazon and said, you're going to collect sales taxes for us. And Amazon did, because they wanted to continue to do business. What we have going on right now in terms of free speech, the government, the federal government, is putting pressure on the big internet companies saying, you will censor or we'll come after you. Like we did Kim.com, like we did Silk Road. We're going to hold you personally responsible for what people put up on your sites. the EU, saying we're going to demand that you take this content, certain content that we don't like, whatever the reason, we're going to demand that you take it down. Well, first they come out and they say, well, we don't want videos up that are promoting physical abuse or calling for terrorism or showing beheadings or something like that. We'll go, yeah, I don't think we ought to be putting up videos like that either, ignoring the principle involved here. And then once they establish that as a principle, then they move to everything else. Now we have Facebook banning the word honk. Honk. Why? What's wrong with honk? Well, it is actually, ironically, honk is part of a meme, the Clown World meme. Well, what is the Clown World meme? It is a joke about liberal censorship. So they make a meme joke called Clown World about liberal censorship. They refer to it by the term honk. And so how do the liberal, quote unquote liberal, that's a misuse of that term, an inversion of that term. Liberal used to be about freedom. This is about anything other than freedom. So now the internet censors, when you're making fun of their censorship, they come out and censor the word that you use to make fun of their censorship. Another example of this is the banning of Natural News, Mike Adams' site with about 3 million followers on Facebook. He was banned over the weekend. And it followed just hours after he was outed and fingered by the Daily Beast. They do a negative hit piece on Mike Adams and on Natural News, and immediately Facebook takes it down. I am sick and tired of these so-called liberal journalists. People like Oliver Darcy, people like Brian Stelter, people like the Daily Beast. Oh, these people, they don't deserve to be up there. Take them down. And they do it. As I said, when I was in Las Vegas for the final Clinton-Trump debate, did a couple of things there, interviewed Nigel Farage. I went to a press conference. Danny, what's his name? Danny Williams, who says he's the illegitimate son of Bill Clinton. He had the State Highway Patrol there in Arkansas for years, would deliver cash on Christmas time for him. He was told by his mother that Bill Clinton was his father, and on and on. He's much lighter skinned than anybody else. He has a physical resemblance to Bill Clinton. He is begging him just for closure. He's not trying to get money from Bill Clinton, but, I mean, Danny Williams was a very innocent, naive young man. And I felt really sorry for him. And I was disgusted with the way the Daily Beast and the establishment press there attacked him at that conference. It would have been in the Clintons' best interest to do a DNA test and say, yeah, hey, I got a black son. See, I am your first black president. It would have been in their best interest, but not Hillary. She didn't want to go there, even though it would have been in her political interest. And they viciously attacked him. And at one point, I'd had enough. And I went after them, specifically the female witch from the Daily Beast, aptly named, by the way, the Daily Beast. And she goes, who are you with? I said, InfoWars. Oh, well, that figure, you know. And so these are the people who write a hit piece on Mike Adams, get him taken off, his page with 3 million followers, get him taken off. This is the way these people operate. You know, it is a witch hunt by people like this witch from the Daily Beast. And so even the term honk is there. So that gets us back to the solution. Again, you've had all of these states say, we're going to collect sales tax. We're going to put the pressure on Amazon. Well, they could do the same thing in the right way that the federal government is pressuring these, and they don't have to put too much pressure on them because they want to censor people. But the federal government is still pressuring them to do the censorship. That's why I don't buy any of the stuff the Republicans or the Democrats or Trump, any of them want to get rid of the censorship. They have created this situation. But we could have governors like Governor Abbott take the lead, and boy, would he become a national hero if he were to use the power of the state to stop the censorship from Silicon Valley, and he could. We'll be right back.
You're listening to The David Knight Show.
We're bringing back one of the biggest fan-favorite formulas we've ever offered with even better ingredients. Ultimate Bone Broth. InfoWars Life is proud to bring you a powerhouse bone broth formula to help push you to your limits. This incredible formula will help you get the most out of your workout with the power of ultra high quality bone broth, one of the most popular health trends on the planet. Built with more than 7 different superfoods and crucial compounds, Ultimate Bone Broth will help support your healthy muscles, digestion, tendons, and ligaments, while also supporting your body's fight against free radicals. This incredible chicken bone broth formula contains time-tested ingredients such as turmeric root, chaga mushroom, goji berry powder, bee pollen, and alfalfa herb powder to support your body. It's time to experience what Ultimate Bone Broth can do for you. Get Ultimate Bone Broth now at 50% off.